The presented material is the second alert for the American Stock Exchange published on this channel in the year 2024. Since the U.S. Stock Exchange is the world's leading one, the effects of this threat may be felt on all stock exchanges. If you invest in the stock market, watch this material until the end. Sources for infographics and data are provided in the video description. On July 12th, I published material about the extremely high capitalization of the 10 largest companies in the S&P 500 index. 4 days later, the stock exchange began its decline, which continues to this day. The S&P 500 index is more than 3% lower, and the Nasdaq is down 5%. Therefore, focus, because what I am saying may not be indifferent to your wallet. The birds are singing that the Berkshire Hathaway investment vehicle founded by Mr. Warren Buffett has parked truckloads of cash in the underground garage, the likes of which have never been seen there before in such quantities. Mr. Buffett is probably making toast and sees that neighborhood boys like you are licking pink ice cream served by a Tesla robot controlled by Microsoft Artificial Intelligence with the latest NVIDIA processors and have just arranged to watch a new series on Netflix on one of Meta's platforms. At the same time, Mr. Buffett takes out a worn-out pen once given to him for his birthday by his friend Charles Munger and writes down his planned investments after the coming apocalypse in a paper notebook. He already knows. The Buffett ratio is one way to assess whether a stock on the U.S. stock market is overvalued, undervalued, or fairly valued. Without going into details, it is the ratio of the market value, capitalization, of American companies to the nominal gross domestic product of the United States. Initially, it was assumed that if the value of the indicator exceeds 100%, the shares are overvalued and the risk of a crash has increased significantly. Over time, the value of the indicator began to be related to the trend line, which is more reliable. Please note that 4 years after crossing the trend line, the crisis of 2000 occurred. In the year 2008, all it took was a 1-year overshoot and a crisis occurred. The correction in 2022 occurred when the indicator exceeded the trend line by 50%. In mid-July 2024, we again reach high levels that are considered significantly exceeded. And even if the current situation on the stock market is a pullback or correction, which always happens and does not necessarily mean anything in itself, know that some lights are burning red. Today I described the second one to you. Do not panic. Calmly analyze the situation. I will reveal more to you in the next episodes. Subscribe to this channel to stay up to date.